So hello and welcome to another video, and today you join me in a very interesting location. We are in a woodland area and we're looking for an abandoned farmhouse. This farmhouse has been abandoned for quite some time, and I looked on Google Maps, found a location. So let's just check out and see what it looks like. If I spin the camera around, get an idea whereabouts we are. We've got an old burnt out building here, which had been the farm barns. If we spin round, here is the farmhouse that we're going to have a look round. So as you can see, it's quite dilapidated. It's going to be a bit of a struggle getting in there, but there's a lot of brambles and things, but I'm sure we'll make our way in. Let's pan in. You can see this place is literally covered by trees and nature is gradually taken over. Let's have a closer look, shall we? So as you can see, this location is quite concealed. It's in like a forest area. I imagine the farmer possibly might have passed away some time ago. The house has just literally been left. But as you can see, we've got to get through this bramble section here to try and get to the house, but I'm sure we'll be able to do it. So we're now outside the abandoned farmhouse, and we'll have a little wander around. It looks like, if you look at the top, the roof is literally gone. If we have a look, come around here, it would have been quite a substantial house in its heyday. You can see here, if you can pick it up on the video, but the crack on the wall, look, suffering some subsidence gradually. From this side, you can see clearly there's been a fire that seems to have destroyed some of the roof. It's such a shame because the house is quite large. Let's go inside and check it out, shall we? So we've now got inside the property, and as you can see, there is a lot of stuff here. If we look up, the ceiling has just gone. There's been obviously a fire at some point, and that's just burnt away the roof and everything. But inside, look, you've still got sofa inside. If we pan round, you see here, we've still got a really old microwave. Wow, how old is that? Another reclining chair. Possibly the chair that the farmer would have sat in and watched his TV. You see how the brambles are growing, coming through the window now. How nature has gradually taken over the property again. If we come this side, we've got a fireplace here. If I pan around, wow, that is a really old fireplace. Look at that, look. It's got a 1970, 1980 feel to it. Old thermos flask or something down here. Let's have a look. Wow. You See the cracks on the walls? There are. I pan in near the door, look at that. Clearly this property would have taken a lot of cost, a lot of financial spending to have got it back up to a good standard. And possibly the farmer just didn't have the finances to do that, or was ill, or... So we'll go into the next room, shall we? So we've now got the stairs. So if I spin around, this would have been the front door, as you can see here. And you've got a lovely view. Fortunately, it's all overgrown, but once upon a time, this would have, I imagine, a beautiful farmhouse. So what we're going to do is we'll do the downstairs first and then work our way up. Hold on, let's get my torch on. Wow. And in here we've got, look at the old curtains, look. Wow, how old are they? Possibly dating back to the 70s, that sort of design. We've still got a chair. Wow. Look here, the coat hangers on the wall, look, where he would have hung his coats up and things. The old chair here, look. And as we see here, look at this old TV. How old is that? Philips, look. If anyone knows possibly how old this could be, just put something in the comments. But I'm guessing it's possibly early 80s, 1980s, mid 80s. If we're looking around here, we've got, what else have we got here? Wow, look. East Anglian Daily Times. 1988, look. East Anglian Daily Times, look. Wow. Here we go, look at that, look. How incredible. The newspaper's still, you can still just about read it as well. How amazing is that? Look at that, Thursday, January the 14th, 24th, 1988. Wow. Look at the ceiling up there, how it's given away. And this house, yet again, like a lot of properties we look at, is gradually being reclaimed by nature. But this is what a time capsule, this one's outside. The old metal windows. Wow. I pan round. Again, you've got that lovely fireplace. So we're just coming out of the lounge. We're now heading off into, what would this room be in? A kitchen? Wow. Look at the ceiling, look. It's just, wow. It's coming away. Gradually this house has fallen apart. But I tell you one thing I do love about this property. There's no graffiti or spray paint or anything like that. And look at this, look, if we come up to here, this is the super old fireplace. Look at that, look. That's an Aga, something like that, but wow. That is super old. I mean, this could go way... Careful where I stand. This could go back to, I don't know, the 50s possibly? Let's have a look what else we've got here, look. Come over here, look, we've got, what's that? Treacle, look. I don't know what year that would have been. I think it's so old you can't even see a date on it. Oh, pickles. Oh, old OXO tub. I don't know what year that would have been. But again, look at the ceiling. Fortunately, it's just coming away. Old pictures up there. Look. So this would have, the sink here, this would have definitely been the main kitchen looking out into the back of the house, and the old taps. I haven't got a clue what this is. Hay bird. I don't know if it's an amplifier or I don't know what that is. If anyone knows in the comments, please put something down. Let us know. But look at that fireplace. We've got something here as well. What have we got here? Cocoa. Cadbury's cocoa. Again, so old. Put that up there, look. Wow. Old dishes. Quite a lot of things in here. Got an old car stereo which you can just about make out. Pitchfork in there. Wow. I mean, this property has literally been someone's life. It's possibly even generations of farmers have lived here and farmed the land. And then, sadly, there's possibly no one to leave it to. The place has just fallen into falling apart, basically. Hasn't been finances and money available to repair it at all, and it's just been left, which is such a shame. So this is like an outbuilding here. As you can see here, look, you've got your, would have had a horse possibly, riding saddle. We've still got absolutely full of clothes here. And look, and I look here, the farmer's jackets, look here. Wow. I mean, how long have they been here? So sad. These would have probably been used daily by the farmer after his busy day. And now they're just hung up like he's gone shopping. But he's never returned. Got a riding helmet there. Got something else here. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Hoover-matic. Wow. Oh. I haven't got a clue, Hoover-matic, what that is. Is it a twin tub? Like washing machine? Come dryer, possibly? You take one out of one area and put it in the other? I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Again, if anyone knows in the comments, please let me know. Thank you. If we look outside, we're literally surrounded by trees. Just found another television here, another really old one. Again, it's kind of got 80s vibes, possibly. So old. The oven. You see an oven that's tipped over. I'll get the light round. Wow. I've just found another newspaper, East Anglian, Wednesday, October 1994. Tories worm way to power. I bet they'd like to do that now. So we've got another book here, Horses and Ponies. If you can see that. What an incredible place. There we go. Just a lifetime of memories, really, still left in the house. Going here, we've got a little cupboard here. The clothes again here. Look. What this is here. Probably another television, probably. If I show you the room again, and then we'll go upstairs then. Poor man's shoes. One of them. So, very, very small TV, a little portable one. I mean, how long does that date back to? Person's wallet there, look. All old things. We've still got the nature's gradually creeping in. As you can see here, where the brambles are working their way through the window. So let's have a look upstairs next and see what we find up there, shall we? Right, so if we can now go upstairs and see, I don't know how secure these steps are, and obviously the roof is literally, if I show you up there, the roof is literally gone. Hopefully we'll get to the top and the floor will be good enough to have a look round. So what we'll do first of all, we'll go in this room here. As you can see, the floor is completely gone in places. We've got another fireplace here. Just shows how old the building is, really. And look at the roof. The fire has literally destroyed the whole of the roof. Cracks on the walls. As you can see here, you can see right down to where we were earlier. But the fireplace is absolutely beautiful. Very, very old. Let's go into the next room. So we come in the next room, yet again. Look at that. Another chimney. And the room literally is just open to the elements. We've even got a plant growing. Just shows you how old and long ago this place was abandoned. And how long ago the fire was. If we look outside here, there's a view outside. This would have been another bedroom. You see from the door, the really, really old doors. Wow. You can imagine when the house was in good condition, it had been quite a substantial home to live in. Got to be a little bit careful here, the floors. They're given, the floor's a little bit dodgy. This is the upstairs bathroom. Look at the old toilet, look. Wow. How old is that? The old bath. No plastic here. And look at the cracks, like on the walls. Unfortunately, this property is suffering terribly from subsidence. You see the cracks up the top there. The great thing is with this house, there's no vandalism. It's just natural decay, which is what we like to see. It's the old bed that the farmer would have had. And again, inside here we've got an old fireplace. Would have been a good sized room again. Look at the weeds and nettles that are growing upstairs. There's the old mattress or part of the bed there. Here's the ceiling. Yeah. I mean, the whole ceiling and the fire literally destroyed so much of the property that's just been left. This would have been the bed, as I say. This day, this would have been quite a substantial farmhouse. And there's the stairs. So when you look outside this house, you actually get an idea of how large this place is. But if you look here, the subsidence is causing big cracks into the wall, both sides, and also down here as well. I believe this property is actually going to be sold in auction, probably knocked down, which will be a real shame. But the amount of land it sits on, I imagine the land's worth more than anything else. Got a barn here. Let's have a look inside here. You can see in there. There's not a great deal in there. Yet again here you can see right in the corner the cracks appearing. Makes you realise just how old this property actually is. The roof is totally gone. So what an amazing location we've come to today. An abandoned farmhouse. I'll just put it in the picture so you can see it. Middle of nowhere. It's a substantial house, and unfortunately they're going to knock the place down in the future, or in the near future. They're going to be building some houses here. There's a lot of land, substantial land here. But it's such a shame because it's such a nice area here. Unfortunately the house suffered from bad subsidence, which has obviously affected their decision. But what an incredible house, middle of nowhere, a lot of trees surrounded it. And if I just pan around, you can see the burnt out barn that's right nearby. Obviously it's had kids coming here, but amazingly here there isn't any graffiti, which is nice. It's just natural decay, which is what we love to see. So thanks ever so much for watching the video. Hope you like it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. So take care. Bye.